Hello guys, Darius X here, back with another What If, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so and turn on all post notifications to be aware of every single time that I post another What If. Today's video is, as the title suggests, what if Naruto was an Uchiha and Hyuga. So I hope everybody enjoys this one, and just want to say that thank you for 4,260 subscribers at around this time of recording. So yeah, anyways guys, without further ado, let's get right into the What If. Minato in this What If is 100% Uchiha and brother to Fugaku Uchiha, the father of Itachi and Sasuke. Kushina is 70% Hyuga and 30% Uzumaki as well. Minato was still the fourth Hokage, but hid the fact that he was an Uchiha so that Hiruzen and others didn't think any less of him for his heritage. His brother Fugaku was a little ashamed of Minato for doing this and thought that he made the Uchiha clan look bad. Naruto would be born within the only Uchiha hospital around. Naruto grew up very educated and had lots of friends within the Uchiha compound. At the age of 5, he was just beginning and getting a grasp of ninjutsu, and he always played with Sasuke, his first cousin. He looked up to his adopted parents, Inabi and Reina Uchiha, as well. They taught him everything that he knew and always pushed him to be the very best him that he could ever be. They're what fuels him to try harder, think faster, become smarter, never give up, and stay positive. Naruto, wanting to impress his parents, was even able to activate his one-tomo Sharingan. Naruto had a vast category of water, fire, and wind jutsu, and was extremely good for it at his age. Naruto's adoptive parents hid nothing from Naruto and told him of his Hyuga descent, as well as Uzumaki heritage. His parents even gave Naruto a customized Uchiha sword that has been passed down generation to generation of powerful Uchiha. Some Uchiha who have used/wielded this sword are as follows: Maru Uchiha, Kagami Uchiha, Fugaku Uchiha, and just to name a few, as well as Minato. Naruto sometimes snuck out to try and look at the Hyuga compound before going back to his home. On one occasion, he would be training with his sword and working on his chakra to control the power of chakra into it when he returned home. When he did, he heard the countless cries of many Uchiha he once knew, and he knew something was wrong. Naruto immediately rushed to his home. His parents were in the living room, and they were quite frankly scared. The door then opened, and it was Itachi. He entered Naruto's home and punched him to the ground before slicing his parents to bits. Naruto watched as his parents told Naruto that they loved him very dearly and that they will forever love him. Naruto's parents then told him to get as far away as possible, to run. They told him to survive. Naruto then ran out of his home with tear-filled eyes and a free Tomo Sharingan as he heard the countless cries of his parents, and when they stopped, he knew that they were dead. He ran and ran and ran, not being able to know what Itachi did and why he did it. He then came to a silent clearing where he took a moment to catch his breath. He stood against a rock and took a moment to grieve. The sound of shoes running across the ground could be heard, but Naruto at this point was in no position to fight. To his surprise, it was his friend Damu Uchiha. He was drenched in sweat and blood and was hiding from Itachi as well. He was so glad to see Damu as well. Naruto told Naruto that they should stay where they are for a bit until things die down, and they could also catch a breath. He said that if anything happened, then they'll be prepared and they'll fight for their lives. Naruto then nodded, agreeing with Damu's decision. Naruto then saw a red light and looked closer. It was the Sharingan. Him and Damu immediately stood up and got into a fighting stance. Itachi then took out his blood-drenched sword and flew at Damu, kicking him in the mouth before pointing his sword to his throat. Naruto watched it on, not being able to move from the amount of shock that he was in. Damu would then tell Naruto to get as far away as possible. Naruto told Damu that he's not leaving anybody ever again like that. He's not gonna run away like a coward anymore. But Damu insisted. Itachi then pushed his sword through Damu's throat, killing him in the process. Naruto would then get enraged, yelling at the top of his lungs and telling Itachi that he will kill him someday. Naruto's eyes then transformed into something completely unknown. They were a sort of mix between the Mangekyo and the regular Free-Tomo Sharingan. In his other eye was a Bakugan that could do the same things that the Bakugan could do in the Sharingan, making it even better. Naruto then flew towards Itachi and punched him in the gut before hitting him with a fireball point blank. Itachi would come out of this practically unscathed. He would then tell Naruto that he would give him a swift and very quick death because they are related. Naruto would then jump onto a tree and run away, knowing that he would not be able to win. He then apologized to Damu for running away as well. Naruto then went into a very good hiding place where he later fell asleep. Naruto woke up abruptly from a nightmare. He was a little drowsy, but got up nonetheless. He then went to the only place he really knew, the Hokage Tower. Naruto, while there, asked Hiruzen what happened to his clan, and he explained. He then said to Naruto that enemy villages invaded and killed all of the Uchiha before being pushed out of the village by highly skilled Anbu. Naruto asked Hiruzen to tell the truth, and so he did. He told Naruto that Itachi killed his entire clan for his own personal gain. Naruto asked why, and Hiruzen told Naruto that he didn't even know. Naruto gritted his teeth before turning his back to Hiruzen and telling him that it's probably another lie. One thing that I also want to say is that very little people are actually aware of the fact that Naruto is an Uchiha. They only thought that 2 Uchiha clan members adopted him and raised him in the Uchiha sector of the village. Anyways, Naruto would then enroll himself into the academy and was to begin class tomorrow. He used all of his time wisely though and caught up on all the jutsu he hadn't touched in a while and worked on his new eyes. Soon, he figured out by doing his research that when an Uchiha with the Mangekyo Sharingan uses it more and more, they start to go blinder and blinder until having no eyesight, unless awarded with another Mangekyo. Naruto would be a little intrigued because of his Mangekyo being a thing that's never been seen before. A half Mangekyo, he didn't experience too many of the regular symptoms. It only hurt a bit when he activated it, and the rate at which a Mangekyo expires for Naruto is very lower compared to how it is for other Uchiha. Naruto then tried to do research on his Baekugan and how to use jutsu, but being a clan-only technique, kind of, not much ability and knowledge was revealed to the public, so there wasn't much books to touch on the matter. Naruto then tried sneaking into the Hyuga compound, but was thrown out. Hyuga then came outside and out to Naruto. He asked Naruto what he wanted, and Naruto told Hiyashi that he wanted to learn techniques for his Bakugan. Hiyashi smirked and told Naruto that he doesn't have one and the techniques are too hard, even if he didn't. Naruto then activated the Bakugan and asked Hiyashi if he could please teach him some abilities. Hiyashi looked at Naruto and told him that he may learn some techniques. Naruto then went inside and began the training. It was very intense training, and people weren't that welcoming to Naruto because he is the Nine-Tailed Shinchuriki, and it's like bringing an outsider into your home. But as time passed, he slowly learned how to harness his Hyuga power, and some Hyuga started to open up to him. He was soon able to use the 12 trigrams as well as the Gentle Fist. One day, Hiyashi told Naruto that he will have to get the curse mark as it is tradition. Naruto immediately denied the proposal, and Hiyashi told him that if he doesn't accept, then they won't accept him as a Hyuga. He has no option. Naruto then spoke, saying that he doesn't care if the Hyuga doesn't accept him, proclaiming that if Hyuga blood circulates through his veins and he is considered Hyuga by DNA, then he doesn't care. He's still a part of the clan. Naruto then told Hiyashi that he will become Hokage and prove everyone wrong. Hiyashi didn't like what Naruto said and whistled as 2 Jonin Hyuga jumped out of the shadows and got a hold of Naruto. Naruto tried breaking free as Hiyashi then said that it is because of the sole fact that he is a part of the Hyuga clan that he has to get marked. Naruto started to struggle as preparations began. Naruto then thought of a way to escape from their grasp while putting on an imitation of being helpless and futile. Naruto then focused and used the fireball jutsu with no hands, intricately planning. Then, the fireball then ricocheted off of a tree and hit one of the Jonin in his shoulder, sending him flying back. Naruto then threw the other Jonin off of him as he then activated his half Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto then jumped up into the air as he then started to levitate. Naruto would then show Amaterasu as black flames then surrounded Hiyashi and burned the two Jonin. Hiyashi could feel the heat and got a little anxious while the two Jonin burned and experienced agonizing pain. Naruto then descended to the ground and deactivated his Amaterasu before walking away. Hiyashi then told Naruto that he's a fool to make an enemy of the Hyuga clan, but he didn't really care. Naruto then walked away and went to his home where he would later fall asleep. Naruto then would wake up in the morning, going to the academy and making sure that he paid attention. This is because it was graduation day, and Naruto wanted to see how he did. To his dismay, he did really bad. He was placed on Team 7 with Sasuke and Hinata Hyuga, and he was kind of happy. One, because he knew Sasuke already, and because both of the people on his team were related to him in some way, shape, or form. Naruto hadn't talked to Sasuke in a very long time, and once Sasuke heard Naruto's name, he turned his head and saw Naruto. He was surprised to see Naruto, and his jaw dropped. Naruto then looked at Sasuke, and they just stared intensely at each other for minutes. Naruto then returned to his joyous self and was very excited about becoming a Genin. Sasuke then asked Naruto to come out of the class and go outside with him. With permission from Iruka, they were able to do this and went outside the room. Naruto asked Sasuke how he's been, and a teardrop dropped from his eye. Naruto asked what was wrong, and Sasuke questioned Naruto, asking him why he doesn't seem to care about their entire clan being slaughtered. Naruto explained that he did care. He really did, and he said that he doesn't want his clan being destroyed to reflect upon him. He doesn't want that to define him, if you will. Sasuke understood what Naruto was saying and told him sorry. Naruto accepted his apology as the two headed back into class. The next day, the bell test would commence, and all three Genin would rush into action. Anyways, guys, I would just like to say thank you. This is the end of the What If, and yeah, the goal for this What If is going to be 200 likes or 250, whatever one you guys hit first. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I did, and yeah, thank you for the support. Let's get the 4.5k. Anyways, guys, also, guys, I just wanted to say shout out Plaza Shoe, link in the description. And yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and actually see you this time.